Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here, playing some more Faeria. It's time for my daily practice Pandora run. Gotta tell you, my last full Pandora run didn't go so well. I had my dream scenario, which was no yellow, and I did horribly. So I guess the moral of the story is that yellow should always be included, forcing me into my colors, because I am bad when I make decisions for myself. So here we go, we're gonna miss red this time. Looks like I'll make a blue-green deck, and I'll try to do a little bit of splashing for yellow if the situation warrants. I was not pleased with this. It didn't work even with that combo treasure all that well. We'll take just a good card. Water Elemental, always solid. Ah, we have red-green, so this is a... What are we looking at here? 4-6 for 4. Pretty solid. What other options do I have? I'm just sick to death of this. This is too expensive to splash for. This is fine. It's card advantage. It's totally fine. But I think I'd rather just have like a good thing to do right away than a thing that might add value later. Okay, this is interesting. Add an Explorer to your hand is actually quite cool. Gain attack and life equal to any creatures. I've not seen this thing before, actually. So let's take a look at what's going on here. It's a 3/3 with jump, but it could be more. For 7 mana, I'd want to have at least like a 7/7. So there'd have to be like a 4/4 on the board. I mean, this could be absolutely gigantic if there's like any big creature on the board whatsoever. That's really interesting. And then this is, what is this? Oh yeah, now I know that this actually works at any distance. This is actually pretty good because it deals 4 damage anywhere. You might actually have a creature left over and you get an extra 2/2 frog. I'm going to grab this frog tosser. It worked really well against me, so I'd like to try it myself. This obviously is very tempting too, but give that a shot. Okay, I like this guy a lot because this one is, I think, the best one. You can play it early, park it near a well, and your opponent doesn't want to kill it because if they do, then another one of your creatures gets a buff, and it's a pretty darn big buff. I'm going to go ahead and grab that guy. Okay, don't like this thing. I like this. I don't really like either of these. We're not in red. Red is blocked, so I cannot get mana reduction on this windfall, so it's really just gain 2 mana, but you have to have, excuse me, 10 up front. So we'll take another one of these guys. Okay, this is fine. This thing, yeah, this thing. I mean, it is tempting to have a 4/2 flying for 4, but since I'm only splashing yellow, I don't really get much value out of the desert it creates. We'll take this Gnocchi. I like reducing the cost of expensive cards by 3. I don't have any at the moment, but I sure better by the time this draft is over, or else I'm terrible at this game. Okay, I think here I'm going to grab the Herald. So I'm paying an extra mana compared to this Tyrannax to get 1 extra attack and a pretty decent ability. This I don't like. Don't like. Uh-oh, I don't like any of these. These are all kind of crappy. Boy. I guess we'll take a bad removal card, basically. Okay, this thing's a bit slow. I'm very skeptical of this. This thing's obviously very specialized. I've never seen it before, but it seems like it's more for constructed. This I don't think is very good. Whenever you summon a creature that costs 1 or less, this gains attack and life equal to that creature's... Okay, well that's not happening. That's clearly another constructed card. Okay, so it's either this mediocre ranged creature that costs way too much or the Judge. We'll take the Judge. Seems good. Man, I keep seeing this stupid windfall. I'm going to take the healer. It's good to have some healing, in your deck for sure. Okay, you can never really go wrong with the Doom Scythe, so let's just grab that and call it a day. Here we got a nice buff card. I never took this, did I? Yes. I mean, it's... Oh, I love this, though. This thing is so good. Oh, I'm going to take it. I mean, getting to kill a creature for 3 mana is just insane. I don't think you can pass that up. Here we have a really tough one. Man, all these are playable. This is like a mana build-up sort of thing. Of course, you can't really pass on a Colossus. That's really good. Kingsguard are one of my favorite cards. I love these a lot. We'll take a Colossus. I do need to start getting some expensive cards to work with my Moki. And just in general to have some good value. Okay, this is really potentially very good. In fact, I'm going to grab it. I mean, as much as I like this Taunter, this thing is so good. A 4/5 for 3 with jump that you just put next to an opponent is really, really good in the end game. This thing's all just terrible. Alright, I guess we'll take Oak Daddy. Though it's not my favorite card. I've already got 2 of these. We'll take a Beastmaster. I don't have any of these. I do have a lot of creatures that have 5 or more health. I just don't have a lot of expensive cards. I'm still trying to fix that. Okay, I think we'll just take a Warrior. Pretty straightforward. This thing is okay. Yeah, we'll take the Seedling. And we'll take another buff. Man, I really got to get some big creatures. I've only got 2 that are 7 mana or more. Here we go. We got a Warden. Is this worth taking? Well, I like this thing a lot. Although at the moment, it's hard to activate because I only really have the Oak Father and the Colossus. This is a bit of a gamble, and with my current deck, it's not actually that good. So it's tempting just to grab a 4/6, even though its stats aren't as good, because it has the ability, and it increases the count of creatures that I have that are 7 or more. So I can take an Archon later and have it be good. Ooh, tough one here. So making some more force would be nice for the Colossus. I don't really have that much land creation here, so I'm going to pass on this buff. I do have 2 of these Hermits, so hopefully that'll be good enough as far as the buffing goes. Alright, I like this thing a lot. It's really nice. This thing, I've seen it be used to pretty good effect against me, actually. And this thing has been just used to devastate me. But I like this thing a lot. I just love that it's free. I love that you can turn one of your opponent's lands right next to his face into one of yours and just immediately start putting pressure. We'll try it. Alright, this is attempt number 3 for the draft to give me an Apex Predator. I love Earthcraft. I do like the Seed of Paradise, but I'm going to take this Apex Predator because it is a 7 mana card and I want to try that thing out. This requires 2 deserts. This requires 1, but it's just really quite crappy. This thing is kind of in a weird spot, but sure, we'll take it. Ooh. So just a random taunt, just to have a taunt, is an option. I don't actually have that much taunt in my deck. We'll take it. The back is not that great. Oh man, same choice between the Colossus and the Kingsguard, only now there's also Frogify. Man, Frogify is just too good. I hate passing these guys up, but Frogify is Frogify. And now we have a bunch of crap. God, I cannot just get like a random, regular old, good pack. All the good cards are in the same place. We'll take a Falcon Dive. Sometimes 1 damage is all you need. Okay, we'll try this Demon Wing Gambit again. Didn't work out that well last time, but I don't think the concept is flawed, so we'll try it. I do love the Leaping Fugu. This thing is good. So is the Seed Sower, but I'm going to grab the Fugu. It's just solid. At the end of your opponent's turn, all players' Faeria is set to 3. That's really interesting. I don't think it's actually that good. Guess we're taking a Frog Tosser. And, alright, this is all kind of weak. This is removal, but I'm going to take a Water Elemental for some more lakes. I do like this Fortune Hunter. I'm going to grab it. And our last card, I'm going to grab this Automaton. I mean, it's tempting to deal 6 damage to a creature, but this thing heals you, damages the opponent, and it gives you a 6/6 for 6, which is not overstated or undercosted, to be fair. But that thing is just so good at turning things around, and sometimes it's just all the, like, it's a 12-point health swing, and sometimes that's all you need. I'm pretty skeptical about this deck. There were some difficult draft choices here. A lot of times the pack was kind of weak, hence why I have cards like Falcon Dive for deal a damage and Defender of the Homeland, which is like a 1/2 with taunt. But in other packs, I had lots of good cards, and I had to make some difficult decisions, so it was a tough one. I'm going to just keep this in my opening hand, and just put it down and gather some Faeria with it, basically. So I'm going to make a bit of a bold move. What I'm going to do is make a lake up front. Oh, no, sorry, what am I talking about? Hang on. No, I'm going to just make 2 prairies and put down this guy. And the idea is that next turn, I can immediately gather Faeria with this defender. If I'd put him in front of my face on a specialized land, he wouldn't be able to reach the well. Now, the other option I had, and I should have considered this more, is I probably should have just made a specialized land here, and then been able to get to this place. Now I'm in an awkward spot where this water elemental can jump at me, bro, and kill me pretty soon. Well, let me think about this. I could go for the Embrace, which would let this trade with the elemental quite well, actually. So yeah, let's do it. I'm going to put this here. So now I'm just down a specialized land for no really good reason. And if he starts to get frisky, I can give it an Embrace of Nature. And as long as I can get next to it, he, because he has Taunt, will suck this water elemental in. So let's see if he's going to go greedy or not, like trying to jump forward. No, he's not. Okay. So it's an awkward situation because on the one hand, if I don't put on the Embrace now, then he can just kill my guy. Let me think about this really carefully. You know what I'm going to do? Let's just keep it real simple. I'm just going to make a forest here. And I'm going to make an Oak Daddy, and yes, it's a little bit underpowered. It's only a 6/8, but it's a 6/8 right now. And I can start marching towards this well. I find a lot of times you get a huge advantage in a game if you just save up your mana a bit and put down a big fatty. And then your opponent's like, well, crap, what do I do about that? Oh, that is really good. Jeez, I never thought about this application of these Triton Divers, but he's aquatic, so he doesn't need land to gather mana. He can just start gathering 2 mana per turn. Oh, man, that is super awkward. Crap, I should have thought about that more. So now my opponent is getting essentially 3 mana per turn. Alright, well, luckily I drew this Royal Judge. That was pretty timely. So what I'm going to do is bring in my Oak Daddy. Put that guy in a slightly better position. We'll make a Royal Judge here. We'll get a punishment. Hello? Hello? And then that is enough, thankfully, to kill off this 2/2. It's pretty huge. I did spend 5 mana on this Judge, but I'm stopping him from getting 2 mana per turn by killing off that creature, so I think that was definitely worth it. And he's only now getting 1 mana per turn as opposed to me, who is getting, well, 2-ish. Because my Oak Daddy can maybe move in. As long as he doesn't summon a Taunt on this lake. Alright, his creatures are running away, which is a good sign. In fact, he didn't even do anything at all, so that's good. Let me think about this. So I can do a couple different things. I can preemptively put an Embrace on this, which is risky if he has Frogify. The advantage to that is, right now, he only needs 1 damage to kill this. Instead, he's going to need 5 damage, which is a pretty big difference. Another option is... actually, I don't think I have any other options, so I'm just going to do that. I'm going to make a lake here, because I need to get up to 3 for my Mystic Beast. And let's put this Embrace on that guy. Let's move my Royal Judge, because my opponent's creatures are far away. I might be able to get some mana next turn. The Fugu I don't want to get right now because I would like to get the bonus. I mean, as I've said before, a good option now is better than the best option later sometimes. But I'm just going to gamble that this is not one of those times. Oh, God. Alright, so that sucks. So now he can trade. Although, I don't know, it still works out kind of okay. He had to trade that card and... a creature to kill off my creature, so I'm kind of okay with it. I'm unfortunately 2 specialized lands away from being able to make this Frog Tosser. So I have some uncomfortable decisions to make. I mean, either I waste the Fugu's potential, or I waste the Tiki Healer's healing potential. I think I'm less concerned about healing than I am about having this be valuable. So we'll do it like this. I'm getting 2 extra mana per turn. My opponent's only getting 1. I'm not really behind on cards. He has 3 cards. He could play a big fatty here. I mean, he's going to have 9 mana. He can play something really huge. So I need to be somewhat careful. Now this thing's interesting. It can be a 4/5, which holds up really well against this 4/2. Ah, there's the Walking Fortress. Okay, that's annoying. So he's got a 6/10. I don't have a Frogify anywhere in sight. Well, shoot. How do I don't actually have any way to deal with that at all, unfortunately. It's just a 6/10 that's gonna ruin my goddamn life. Crap. Well, nothing I can do about it. So, yeah, we're gonna make a lake here. And put down the Mystic Beast. Should I make a Triton Warrior on this lake here? Obviously here it's stupid, it just trades to a 4/2. Here, he can make a land and move in and kill it. And then I've got 6 damage dealt to a 10 health creature. Yeah, it's not that great. I'm gonna pass. Yeah, this thing just really turned it around for him. And that's why cards like Frogify are good. If I had that, I could have just Frogified this and been in perfectly good shape. But, unfortunately, that doesn't happen. So he's going to put that down. Okay, makes sense. Man, he's playing a tricolor deck. All 3 good colors here. Oh, and he's going to kill off my Mystic Beast. Alright, so this is actually suddenly really terrible. This is why I need something big. I need like a Primeval Colossus or something, and I don't have it. But I do get this Crystal Flower, which is just definitely going to have to happen. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to put a Triton Warrior next to his lake just for mana collection purposes. I'm going to put a Forest here just to have something out of the way. To put this Crystal Flower on, and we're going to summon, or we're going to swallow that 6/8. Now, of course, you can see the problem here. When this thing dies, and it will eventually die, I don't think I can win before this thing dies. This thing is going to come back right in front of my face. Okay, so tit for tat here, and this is a 6/6. I can't really kill it at the moment, but that's actually kind of nice. It's a 5 attacker. This, unfortunately, I mean, it does work. I can summon it. Yeah, maybe I'll do that. Okay, so I'm going to put this, it doesn't matter where I put it down because it's going to die. So yeah, let's go ahead and fight this. And now I have this 2/2 frog, which is threatening to trade with the 6/2. Of course, you can fly away with that 6/2. But, yeah, this does allow me to, like, put a land near him, which is kind of nifty. I can put a desert down. The problem with the desert is the only thing that, like, the Demon Ring is the only thing I can summon here. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to actually put 2 prairies down. Remember, you can change your prairies into other things later. So my thinking here is that, like, I can make a, oh yeah, wow, I just totally let that happen. Oh my god, I am terrible at this game. Wow, yeah, I let him fly in and kill that structure early. I should have put something in the way. Whoops. Well, now I'm in trouble. So, Doom Scythe? Oh god, please give me Doom Scythe. Please don't give me, like, the control a land thing. Okay, well, that. I do have this taunt, which is something. I do need to kill this 6/2, but I only have 1 damage, unfortunately. Oh, crikeys. Okay, I gotta let him hit me to get value from this automaton. It's just gotta happen. So we're gonna make a lake here. We're gonna make a Fugu next to his face, hit him for 2. And, yeah, we're gonna just pause there, I guess. Oh god, I screwed that up. I shouldn't have let him do that so easily. There were ways I could have stopped that, and I just didn't do any of them. Ah, this thing. I could have gotten, what, like, deal 6 damage to a creature, and 3 to it. And yeah, that would have been pretty good. That would have given me back my 4/4, and it would have mostly killed this thing. Oh, brother. I'm in bad shape. Okay, I wonder what he's going to do with that. 5 taunt. Alright, so that means my, oh god, that's the best I've ever seen that be. Weirdly, it didn't hit this thing at all, but these 2 guys deal 18 frickin' damage, so, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. Even after this heal, I'm still dead to these things. Oh, Christ. Alright, and that thing, of course, is a 4/6. Okay, this doesn't actually save me at all. I have to draw a card. That. I mean, technically I can live. So, yeah. Let's do that and that because I have to. And I got taunt. Let's make a forest. Pass the turn. God, that Sky Whale was so good. It just absolutely hurts to think about how good that was. Oh, hey, cool. So he gets rid of my taunt and I die. All right, well, that's game number 1. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed that. Please like and or subscribe if you did. Maybe I should have put my swallowing structure a little bit farther away from my face. I definitely underestimated or overestimated my ability to react to A, his ability to kill it, and B, a 6'10" popping up in front of my face. Had I just put it like near one of his wells or something, which was a possibility. I know at the time I did it, I was summoning a creature that needed to be summoned next to his well on a lake. But had it been a little bit closer to his side than to my face, then maybe I would have been able to get away with that move. Well, we're starting off with the much vaunted 0 opener, which is great. Frogify. I mean, it would have saved me last game, but I don't think you can justify keeping it in the opening hand. Or can you? Maybe you can. Sure, let's just go all lakes. So I can't do this on the opening turn, unfortunately. But being second is really nice. Let's go ahead and do this first. Then a lake. And then on turn 2 I can do this and start collecting mana on turn 3. 2/2 is a bit weak. If he goes the same way I went, then he can probably kill whatever it is that he puts to compete with this. Okay, so those actually trade. Royal Judge. That could be interesting later, but for now... Well, hold on. I mean, I could do this and kill the 3/1. It does block some of his mana. But I want to put the Moki down. Oh, I can actually do both? Interesting. Very interesting. Yeah, let's just do both. So I'm going to kill that and stop his mana. And I have a 1/1, which in 2 turns will be able to collect mana over here. Of course, a lot can change in that time, but I do have Frogify to block any potential awkwardness that might ensue. Okay, so he's got a 6/5. It's kind of awkward. You don't really want to do Frogify on that. I guess I can just do a 5/6 and trade. This placement was a bit weak, huh? Because if I'd put it here, I could be getting mana now. Instead, I can't be. Alright, well, let's start getting some forests and head over here. So on my next turn, I can make a forest here, collect mana, and make a herald, which will just trade with the 6/5. But if I get a buff, I mean, I could potentially survive the trade. I only need a single +1/+1 from some source. Not that I have that many of them, but a man can dream. Oh, hey, this actually got reduced by the Moki. So it is actually kind of good that I did it early. All right, what does this charge to whenever you got it? Okay. Oh, man, this thing is not going to work out that well. Because I can't put it next to this well, obviously. But maybe if my opponent keeps making lands out here, I'll be able to put this Fortune Hunter next to the other well. Or just even, like, put it over here and then... later move this guy off. Because one problem I found happens sometimes is when you have 2 creatures next to a well and one of them is the Fortune Hunter, if the other one gathers the mana, then you don't get the bonus. Alright, so here's the Demon Wing used to pretty good effect. 5/2, I don't really want to Frogify that. I could cast a... No, I can't. I'm a little bit off from the Predator still. Oh, God. Okay, Seedling doesn't really work. Here's what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to put it as far out of the way as I can. And then this thing, it just kind of sucks. Okay, I'm going to hold tight. I'm going to hold tight, see what happens, because on my next turn I can make a Predator. And after I make the Predator, I can, like, potentially kill this 2/4 and try to trade with the 5/2. Wait, no, this is the wrong thing. Oh, God, I thought this was the thing that fights. This is not the thing that fights. This is just the thing that gains stats. Oh, buggering Dales. Well, I can make a 5/7. Which is sort of okay. Problem is he's playing all these crappy sand creatures, and that actually makes us not that good. I can make it an 8/5, which is awkward, because this Demon Wing is just, yeah. Okay. Well, So I have a lot of different options here. I could make a couple of these and let him hit me for 5. The problem is, if I just make a mana, like a land over here, he's going to be able to put land next to my face, which I'm not super thrilled about, unless I put this thing down. I'm going to put this thing down. Let's lock that in. And I'm going to put a prairie here and a prairie there, so I'm immediately stopping him without some help from being able to put land next to my face, and I'm gathering an extra mana. We'll try it like that, see how it goes. So he gets 2 mana, I get 2 mana per turn. This thing is a surprising menace. He did get something that's within striking distance of my face. Okay. So if he doesn't kill this 1/1, I will be able to kill off the 5/1, which is pretty good. How does that work? Flying charge 3. Okay. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna do that. And now I have to think very carefully. I mean, I obviously have to kill this thing, right? There's just no competition. I have to kill that. So let's make another lake. This allows me to summon an apex predator. It's not super impressive right now. It is just a 5/7 for 4. It can be a lot better, especially because I have this Colossus here. I'm going to put a Fortune Hunter just way the hell over here. So, unfortunately, at the start of my turn, this thing was going to collect that mana. But my thinking is that, you know, this generating buffs could be useful eventually. Oh, he actually got the one big yellow creature right next to my face. Crud. Okay. I have to be a little bit respectful of this situation here. Alright. Let's put a forest here to stop him from hitting me for 7 super easily. Let's make a Colossus, and unfortunately I'm 1 mana off from being able to make a Predator, which sucks, because if I could have made this Predator off of the Colossus, that would have been super good. But obviously, that's a little bit much to ask at this point. So, we'll see what he does. I mean, he might not even necessarily throw the 7/7 away at the 7/14, in which case the Predator would be a 4 mana, you know, 10/17. Oh my god, he let it happen. He let it happen. Why wouldn't he just move here and make a land next to my face, though? What was the point of making these? I don't really get that. Well, alright. So let's collect another Faeria, get another buff. This is looking pretty sweet. So I'm going to hit him in the face. Let's put a lake here. And make an Apex Predator right next to his face, I think. Alright, that was a pretty good Apex Predator. Yeah, alright, pretty good. Alright, so I'm going to kill the 7/7 now. Obviously. Falcon Dive doesn't do much. Frogify, don't need it. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. Alright, my component conceded. Okay, that time it worked out well. I definitely manhandled that opponent. He did not play well, which is no judgment against him, because I sure as hell didn't play well the first game. Alright, we're at 1-1. There's a maximum of 2 games left to play. But I have to win the next one in order to get that second game. Yellow just didn't impress that game, unfortunately. Yeah, the Apex Predator, when it got its cost reduced by 3, thanks to that Moki card, it was really good. Because it's like a 4 mana 3/3 plus whatever biggest stats you can find on the board. And it all kind of starts to seem good when the card only costs 4 mana. And the Royal Judge has been pretty solid, honestly. I mean, 5 mana is kind of a lot, but this guy harvested some mana for me. He did a damage to finish something off. And he killed a creature. I mean, you could argue that the 5 mana that you're spending to kill a creature to block your opponent's mana is not a good trade. But between harvesting mana yourself, blocking some mana from your opponent, taking one of your opponent's creatures off the board, and maybe getting in a chip damage, that guy's been pretty good. Alright, so can I survive? That's what I'd like to know. Fancy hub here. Okay. I think actually maybe I can't keep this. This requires 6 specialized lands. It's just too much. But I can definitely keep that. That's fine. So this thing, you know, I can play it on turn 2 and start collecting mana on turn 3. It's legit. I'm not going to play this right now. It doesn't make any sense. I could have gone for the same thing I went for last time, which is to, like, well, no, I could have, like, I should have thought about this more. I could have, like, made a lake here, summoned it on the lake, and then made another lake here and moved it over and started getting mana on turn 2. That would essentially have given me an extra mana. Yeah, maybe that would have been worth it. Why did I go away from him? That's a mistake. I just went on autopilot. On autopilot typically go to the left, but this is definitely a mistake because this is a pretty big creature, so it's likely to be bigger than whatever he plays to gather mana over here. But he's got the exact same card I do, so I guess not. Okay, fair enough. Let's see. Let's make a forest. Start getting some mana. And think about what I want to do exactly. This thing, it's kind of a ways off from being able to get mana. I'd have to, like, make 2 prairies or something next turn. But on the other hand, that's maybe not a bad idea. All right, let's try it. Let's put this thing down. And maybe make like a prairie here, and jump and get an extra mana. Although, one thing to consider actually is making another land so I can play the Crystal Flower. Swallowing a 5/6 this early on is pretty solid, I think. Plus, it lets me harvest mana safely over here, at least for the time being. Okay, that could get big. Ooh, he blocked off my land spot. Although, in a way, that actually kind of helps me, because now I can jump here and get mana. Huh, okay. Cool beans, Beauty Queen. Well, let's do it. Let's get a mana. Let's drop a forest. Like it's hot. Now, do I make the same mistakes I made last time? Yeah, of course I will. Did you think I would do anything different? Let's go ahead and swallow that guy. And pass the turn. So now I'm collecting 2 mana per turn. He's only getting 1. Of course, if he plays any event, this thing will trade with my 4/4. If he plays 2 events, granted, that's a bit unlikely, but if he does play 2 events, it'll kill it and survive. But he might not want to play an event this turn, you know? Oh yeah, I left this wide open to get to my face. I should have made the forest here to block that. That was quite foolish. Oh, and he's got a 3/6 that gives him mana versus my 4/4. It's pretty damn solid, especially because I don't really have a good answer to it. He's also threatening to kill this thing off and spawn a 5/6. Oh, brother. This is getting scary all of a sudden. Alright, this thing is the one that got its cost reduced, which sucks, 'cause it's a terrible creature. Boy. Alright, I hate doing this, but I'm definitely going to make this guy just to stop this 3/6 from killing that thing right off the bat. And now I have to decide if I want to attack into this or not. I think so. In case he does buff this and trades it away, I want to get the 4 damage on. Seems legit. And let's just, yeah, I definitely want to keep on being aggressive. Let's go here. Make a water elemental. Make another lake. I'm trying to, you know, kind of retort his aggression with some aggression of my own. I mean, I am threatening to get near his face, and this thing only hits for 3. Well, this thing is a 5/6, but I can kind of, you know, I can kind of kill it with my 5/6 most of the way. Not quite, but close. Alright, so he made this a 1/1. Now his 4/4 can kill it. And then this 3/1 is going to go finish off my production building, unfortunately. And he's also got a 5/5. But he didn't stop me from getting into his face. So I think I've got to counter aggression with aggression here. Ouch, that thing's huge. Oh god, okay. Well, we'll see what happens, man. We're just going to have to see what happens. So this is not the greatest sampling of cards. I really do need to play this Fugu. I need 8 or more special lands. I got to make 2 more special lands. So let's make a... No. I need to make a, crap. I want to be able to put this thing Actually, yeah, this is fine. Let's just jump here. I can attack him next turn. Let's make a forest here. Put down a Beastmaster there. Bring this thing a little bit closer, because it's going to need to get close. Pass the turn. So I do have 6 healing in my back pocket. I have a treasure that heals me. I have a Doom Scythe treasure. The thing that turns a... Oh man, I'm so regretting that treasure that, like, lets you control a land. If I get that one, I am probably just going to lose the game. Maybe moving this was a mistake. Because had I kept it here, I would have collected mana at the beginning of the next turn, and then I could have moved in and attacked. As it is, I'm going to have a bit of a tough time. Oh man, this thing is actually really good, because it's going to taunt my 5/6, isn't it? I got to be very careful here. I'm on the razor's edge at this particular moment. Okay, we're at the 3rd shard. Okay, we got some interesting stuff going on. I think it's tough. I really needed that mana. Oh man, I should have left that guy here. I need the mana so badly because I need the Falcon Dive, and I want to play both of these. So the fact that I missed out on that mana is huge. Okay, I think the mana is more important than this Water Elemental's damage, so I'm going to go back, get the mana. Then what we can do is attack there, finish it off, make a lake. Well, let me think about this. Yeah, I'll make a lake next to his face. Come in, start putting on the beats. And then we're going to make a Leaping Fugu next to his well. Perfect. And this, actually, no, I messed up. I shouldn't have jumped this Water Elemental back. I should have jumped it here and kept on hitting him. Ah, what was I thinking? I want to wait and actually get full value from this thing. Yeah, that was stupid. I missed out on not just 3 damage, but potentially more than 3. I mean, I am getting continual mana from this, so I guess there's that. Does this thing have jump? No, it doesn't. And I guess the defensiveness of this could be helpful. Oh boy. Oh my god, that thing is a menace. Oh, Jesus, that thing is so frustrating to deal with. I don't think I can kill him in time. I mean, I gotta get the right treasure. I've gotta get the right treasure. Alright, here's a Royal Judge. Well, protection doesn't really do a whole lot, I don't think. Punishment. Let's see, this is a neutral creature, but of course it's already almost dead. I'm gonna draw a card. I think I can already play both of these. I just need to get to the treasure. Oh, it's still only the 4th shard. Oh my god. Water Elemental, not the most helpful thing. Well, I mean, I gotta put the beats on. So I've got 8 damage here. It's not enough to kill him. But if I can make a land here, move, attack, and then move in, I mean, it's possible that I could kill him next time. So let's gain 6 life. And do I want this is the question. What does this really do? It lets me kill the Royal Judge? Or it lets me kill this guy? So that the 5/4 can come in? I mean, what does that do? It doesn't really do much. Okay, I still think I'm going to do it, though. So my thinking is, I play that, get a punishment. I use the punishment to kill this 3/1. I jump in with my Water Elemental, and I just sit there with it. Just by having it sitting there, I can make it difficult for him to get in with all of his creatures and attack me. So I've got 8 damage. It's kind of unfortunate. He can block it by, for example, putting a land here and summoning a creature on this land. Then I can't attack him with 3 of my creatures, and I'm 1 damage short, which could cost me the game for sure, because I'm gonna die on my next turn. I mean, he's got the goods. He's got 12 damage here that I can't really stop. So unless I get like that guy that heals me for 6, or a Doom Scythe, I am in a lot of trouble. I mean, even with the Doom Scythe, I'm still going to be at 6 health. Oh, he did it. He figured it out. Yeah, so he's just cock blocking me. And I only have 8 damage. That's going to be a real heartbreaker of a way to lose the game. I do have some buffs that could potentially, you know, be good. And give me that final damage that I need. Would the healing card work? I don't think so. If I play the healing card, I go to 12. He's got 12. Yeah, it doesn't work. I gotta top deck my way out of this one. That is actually sort of frustrating because I don't have a forest here to taunt these things with. I mean, I can come in, I can kill this 5-1 and put it on this. And taunt away the 7-6. Then he's got a 5-7, and I guess technically he might not have the last damage that he needs to kill me. So let's draw a card, see if I can win. Oh, last words, no! Oh, god darn it. Sucks, man. Sucks a bag of ducks. Whoops. I need to make the right creature here. Oh my god. I mean, I clearly messed that game up. There had to have been a way that I could have dealt 1 more damage. Now, of course, he's the first to get a treasure. So, not only, you know, does he only need 1 more damage to kill me, or any way of dealing with this 3-4, but any of the treasures, any sort of buffing card, or any sort of damage card wins him the game on the spot. I mean, that was a close game. It was a good game. I clearly could have won this had I just been a little bit more efficient up here and dealt an extra damage to him. Maybe even that Falcon. Does the Falcon dive only target creatures? Ooh, you drew a card. That's potentially encouraging. If he doesn't have an answer with his treasure's help. I mean, any removal would work. Any damage would work. There's a bunch of treasures that do a damage to the face or buff a creature. Oh my god, is this really happening? Is he going to put a taunt here? If he puts a taunt there, it's fine. That doesn't have taunt. Because I can Doomsday the taunt. Oh my god, he didn't have it. Well, I definitely played that horribly. But I got, I'm going to be totally honest, insanely lucky that my opponent just, I don't know what treasure he got, but it was just not the one he needed. And I got lucky that of the 3 treasures I had, only 1 would have let me win that game. And it was the one of the 3 that I got. Because my other one was the control a land treasure. And I think that I made a mistake. I mean, these games, I guess you can't really tell what your games are going to be like when you're drafting a deck. But these games have not been close. It's been like me on the back foot every single time. So getting something that, you know, deals 6 damage to a creature and 3 damage to its neighbor creatures would have been really strong and could help me out of a jam, whereas controlling a land is not nearly good enough. Yeah, I definitely misdrafted those treasures. And I seem to, again, like the last full draft I did, be missing out on a lot of value. Well, maybe I'll get my Colossus and my opponent won't have an answer to it and I'll win. Maybe that'll happen. Yeah, I just don't have any like really big creatures. I guess the Warden is expensive, but he's not actually that big. This guy's not that big. I mean, blue's not really that big of a color. The big stuff's mostly in green and red, but I just didn't get that much of it. And I didn't see any like big neutral creatures either, like the Walking Fortress, the 6/10 for 9. So it's gonna be tough for me to win. I'm kind of in a no man's land of value. Okay, I'm second this time, which is good. Not a bad opening hand. This guy I could do without, but yeah, let's just keep it simple here. Let's just oh yeah, he does get to go first. Right. Okay, that's interesting. That's not very immediately helpful. So I'm gonna go in the opposite direction and make a Hermit. This guy can collect mana starting on turn 2. We'll make a lake here. And then on turn 3, I'll make another lake and make this warrior and try to threaten this thing. Oh my god. That was an epic Falcon dive. It stops my mana, and it wastes what really should have been a really good buff. God darn it, that's super annoying. Okay, so that happened. Wow, that was unfortunate. I mean, in technical terms, it's not that bad. I played a 3 mana creature, you killed it with a 1 mana spell. It's not the end of the world. But missing out on the mana and the buff is pretty huge. Okay, so he gets a 3/5 jumper. He's going to try to get double lands. Well, this thing actually inclines me to make some lakes, and I'm going to go aggressive with it. Because what I can do is I can... Well, it actually doesn't quite work. If I make a land, like a lake here and I jump to it to get the mana, then I don't get to put this next to the well. But I might just forfeit the mana, make a lake here, and just put a 4/5 jumper right next to his face. He has a 3/5 jumper next to my face, I suppose, so there is that. Okay, this is the thing that gets buffed a lot. Okay. So I guess this is the question then. Do I get the mana, or do I get the... Or do I just get the big creature right now? Let's get some mana. Mana's good. So I got 2 mana, he's getting 2 mana. I am letting him make a land next to my face. Should I put this guy down just to be obnoxious? Should I swallow this 3/5? He'd have to use prairies to get a land next to my face if he doesn't have this 3/5. I achieve a similar effect by putting this thing here to stop him from jumping into my face and being able to put a land down somewhere. Yeah, I think this is worth doing. So next turn, if he makes lands here, I can make lands up to his face, jump in, whack him for 4, and then put a 4/5 jumper right next to him that's super undercosted. I've also got this ace in my sleeve to just block a lot of his aggression. Maybe it's only temporary, but it is, you know, still something. This is currently just a 7/7 for 7. It does have a jump, which is good, but I'd like a little more than that. I mean, obviously, if I could do it on this, it'd be better. Ooh, okay, so he's got a 7/7 there, which is interesting. I got a couple of options. So what I think I'm going to do is collect extra mana. I don't want to jump in and start hitting him with a 7/7 there. But I definitely want to get up to this Predator because I want to be able to copy the 7/7, which is currently not injured. So I will put down a forest. And I'm going to put this Hermit here, strategically. So that, oh yeah, I can actually do this. Yeah, that's definitely worth doing. Right? I'm going to go to 6. Yeah, I'm fine. So my thinking here is that he is going to get a land next to my face. But what I could do is I can make a forest and summon a 10/10 with jump. I can also swallow his 7/7. So I'm going to have a 10/10 with jump next to his face. And it's going to be really difficult for him to match that aggression. He doesn't have the 3 lakes he needs for Frogify. Alright, he's doing that. This is actually really interesting. What's he going to buff? He's going to make that an 8/9. Alright, so he's playing it pretty smart. He's actually spreading out his buffage. Oh, God. Okay. So now if I swallow one of these, I'm in trouble because I'm just dead. If I don't swallow one of these, though, then the 7/7 is going to retaliate. Boy. Do I make this next to his face? I don't think so. I think what I'm going to do here... Wait, what is this? This is a charge 2, and this is just a jump. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make... hang on, sorry guys, I gotta think about this. This is charge 2. I need to think about a place where I can put this where it doesn't instantly die. This seems like a pretty good spot. It's away from the jumper, it's away from the charger. Okay, so the plan then is... Actually, can I kill one of the... I can kill this one. No, I don't. I can't jump next to it. Ah, damn it. I'm not quite in position to kill that. Ah, boy. Okay, so I have to make a forest somewhere. Where am I going to make the forest? I'm going to make it here. And I am going to put this thing down and copy the 10-10. Then I'm going to jump like that and put this thing here and swallow the 10-10. I'm going to cash out the 1-1 so I can jump. Oh, geez, I wanted to jump. Okay, well, I wanted to jump this thing a little bit closer. Oh, it has jump. I don't need to move it closer. Yeah, it's fine. This way I can collect mana from here. Well, it's possible he can deal 4 damage and just kill me. I don't one-shot him. This thing is 13 damage, so he's not dead. But with a 4-5 and a 6-8 jumper, I could potentially kill this. Although he moves it there, and then he's threatening a lethal. Oh, God. Yeah, I'm in trouble. He's just threatening a lethal straight up in 2 different ways. I was probably greedy by putting this so close to here, wasn't I? So if I make a land and attack him, I am dead next time. Shoot, I needed to put these things closer so that they could take down this 8-8. Well, now I have to just draw a card. I don't even know what I'm hoping for. That isn't going to change anything, and because I'm bad at this game, I lose. Had I jumped this thing forward, I could have actually... I wouldn't have killed him, because even with the buff, it's only 19 damage. Buggering Dales. Well, that'll do it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you enjoy it. Please like and or subscribe if you did. My opponent in that last game just got too much damage up and running too quickly, and I couldn't quite get in there. I'll see you guys next time.